The path of a chosen one is unlike any other. It is a journey marked by a deep connection to the spiritual realm, a heightened sense of purpose, and an unwavering commitment to a divine calling. This path, while powerful and transformative, often leads to misunderstanding from those who do not walk the same road. The chosen ones experience life through a different lens, one that is attuned to the unseen and the eternal. As a result, they are often seen as strange, distant, or difficult to understand by those around them. This misunderstanding is not a reflection of their worth or their purpose, but rather a consequence of the unique calling they carry. From a young age, many chosen ones begin to realize that they are different. While others around them may be focused on the material world, the chosen ones are drawn to deeper truths, asking questions that often have no easy answers. They sense that there is something more to life, something beyond what the eye can see. This awareness can lead to feelings of isolation, as they may struggle to connect with those who do not share their perspective. Friends, family, and even loved ones may find it difficult to relate to the chosen one's experiences, leaving them feeling misunderstood. The chosen ones are also deeply sensitive to the energy around them. They can sense the emotions and intentions of others in ways that most people cannot. This heightened sensitivity can be both a gift and a burden. While it allows them to offer comfort and guidance to those in need, it also makes them vulnerable to the negativity and misunderstandings of others. When those around them do not understand the depth of their empathy or their spiritual sensitivity, the chosen ones can be labeled as overly emotional or overly sensitive. But this is far from the truth. Their sensitivity is a reflection of their connection to the divine and their ability to feel the world on a spiritual level. Another key aspect of the chosen one's journey is their strong sense of purpose. They are driven by a calling that is often difficult to put into words. This calling may manifest in various ways, through art, leadership, healing, or teaching. But at its core, it is a mission that transcends the ordinary. Because their purpose is so deeply rooted in the spiritual, it can be hard for others to understand why the chosen ones make the decisions they do. The choices that make perfect sense to the chosen ones may seem confusing or irrational to others. This can create a disconnect between the chosen ones and those around them, further deepening the sense of being misunderstood. The chosen ones often find themselves at odds with societal norms and expectations. They are not driven by the same desires or ambitions as most people. While others may be focused on climbing the corporate ladder, accumulating wealth, or gaining social status, the chosen ones are focused on fulfilling their spiritual mission. This divergence in priorities can lead to judgment from others, who may view the chosen ones as unmotivated or unwilling to conform. But in reality, the chosen ones are simply following a different path, one that is aligned with their divine purpose rather than the expectations of society. In addition to being misunderstood by others, the chosen ones often struggle with self-doubt. They may question whether they are truly on the right path, especially when they face resistance from those around them. The journey of a chosen one is not an easy one, and it can be difficult to stay true to their calling when it feels like no one else understands. This doubt can be compounded by the fact that their path is often filled with challenges and obstacles that others do not experience. But through it all, the chosen ones must learn to trust their inner guidance and the divine plan that has been laid out for them. The chosen one's connection to the spiritual realm also sets them apart in ways that can be difficult to explain to others. They may experience visions, prophetic dreams, or other spiritual phenomena that are hard for the average person to comprehend. These experiences are often dismissed or misunderstood by those who are not spiritually attuned, leading the chosen ones to keep these aspects of their lives hidden. This secrecy can create a sense of isolation, as the chosen ones may feel like they cannot fully express themselves or share their experiences with others. But despite this, their spiritual connection is a source of strength and guidance that continues to lead them forward. Another reason the chosen ones are often misunderstood is because of their inner transformation. As they progress on their spiritual journey, they go through profound changes, both internally and externally. They may outgrow relationships, careers, or lifestyles that once seemed essential to them. These changes can be jarring to those around them, who may not understand the reasons behind the chosen one's decisions. This transformation can lead to feelings of alienation, as the chosen ones may find that the people in their lives no longer resonate with the path they are on. But this shedding of the old is necessary for them to fully step into their purpose. Despite the misunderstandings they face, the chosen ones are not alone. There is a community of like-minded individuals who are walking similar paths, even if they are scattered across the globe. The chosen ones often find solace in connecting with others who share their spiritual perspective, whether through online communities, spiritual gatherings, or personal relationships. These connections provide the support and understanding that can be hard to find in their immediate surroundings. The chosen ones must remember that, while they may be misunderstood by many, there are those who see and appreciate the depth of their journey. Ultimately, the misunderstandings that the chosen ones face are a reflection of the uniqueness of their path. They are walking a road that few have traveled, and their experiences are often beyond the comprehension of those who are not on the same journey. But this does not diminish the importance or validity of their calling. In fact, the very misunderstandings they face are a testament to the depth of their purpose and the significance of their mission. While this introduction has explored the broad reasons why chosen ones are often misunderstood, there are specific aspects of their journey that contribute to this disconnect. One of the primary reasons is the depth of their spiritual awareness, which sets them apart from those around them and often leaves others struggling to relate to their experiences. One of the main reasons that chosen ones are often misunderstood is the depth of their spiritual awareness. This heightened sense of connection to the spiritual realm allows the chosen ones to see beyond the surface of things, to understand the world in ways that are far deeper than most people can comprehend. This awareness gives them insight into the unseen, the energetic forces that shape reality, and the divine guidance that influences their path. While this awareness is a gift, it also creates a disconnect between the chosen ones and those who are not attuned to the same spiritual frequencies. This spiritual awareness often manifests as a heightened intuition. The chosen ones can sense things before they happen, picking up on subtle cues, emotions, or energies that others might overlook. Whether it's walking into a room and immediately feeling the atmosphere or sensing the truth behind someone's words, the chosen ones are constantly receiving information from realms beyond the physical. This intuitive knowing can sometimes be difficult to explain to others, leading to misunderstandings or disbelief. When the chosen ones make decisions based on their intuition, those around them may struggle to understand their reasoning, especially if it doesn't align with conventional logic. Because the chosen ones are so deeply connected to the spiritual, their worldview often differs from that of the people around them. They see life not just in terms of physical experiences, but also as a journey of the soul, a continuous process of growth, evolution, and learning. This broader perspective allows the chosen ones to interpret challenges and struggles in a way that others may not understand. For them, difficulties are not just obstacles to be avoided, they are lessons, opportunities for spiritual growth and refinement. This can be hard for others to grasp, especially when they are more focused on the material or external aspects of life. The chosen ones also have a strong sense of purpose that is closely tied to their spiritual awareness. This purpose often involves serving a higher mission, whether that is through healing, teaching, guiding others, or simply living in alignment with divine truth. Their sense of mission is so deeply ingrained that it drives much of what they do, often leading them to make unconventional choices. To those who don't share this spiritual perspective, the chosen one's decisions may seem confusing or even reckless. But for the chosen ones, every step is taken with the knowledge that they are following a higher calling, one that transcends the ordinary concerns of daily life. This deep awareness can also lead to feelings of isolation. The chosen ones often find that their conversations, thoughts, and interests don't align with those of the people around them. While others might be concerned with material success, social status, or surface-level interactions, the chosen ones are more focused on the deeper truths of existence. They seek meaning in every experience, constantly searching for signs, synchronicities, and messages from the divine. This search for meaning can sometimes make it difficult for them to relate to people who are more focused on the practicalities of life. The chosen ones may feel as though they are speaking a different language, one that few people around them can understand. Because of this, the chosen ones often find themselves on the outside looking in. They may attend social gatherings, family events, or work functions, but feel disconnected from the conversations and interactions taking place. While others engage in small talk or discussions about everyday matters, the chosen ones are drawn to deeper subjects: spirituality, the nature of reality, the meaning of life. This can lead to misunderstandings, as others may perceive the chosen ones as distant or aloof. But in reality, they are simply navigating a world that feels out of sync with their spiritual awareness. This heightened awareness also means that the chosen ones are more attuned to the suffering and struggles of others. They can sense the pain that people are carrying, even when it's not openly expressed. This can be both a blessing and a burden. On one hand, it allows the chosen ones to offer comfort, guidance, and empathy to those in need. On the other hand, it can be overwhelming to constantly feel the weight of other people's emotions and energies. The chosen ones must learn to protect their own energy, as their heightened sensitivity can leave them vulnerable to being drained by the negativity around them. In addition to sensing the emotions of others, the chosen ones are often able to perceive spiritual realities that others cannot. They may receive messages through dreams, visions, or other forms of divine communication. These experiences can be difficult to share with others, as they are often met with skepticism or disbelief. The chosen ones may find themselves holding back, afraid of being judged or ridiculed for their spiritual experiences. This can create a sense of isolation, as they feel unable to fully express themselves or share the depth of their spiritual journey with those around them. Despite these challenges, the chosen one's spiritual awareness is a powerful gift. It allows them to navigate life with a deeper understanding of the forces at play, to see beyond the physical and tap into the divine wisdom that guides them. Their awareness gives them a sense of clarity and direction, even when the path ahead seems uncertain. It also allows them to serve as beacons of light for others, helping those around them to see beyond the surface and connect with the deeper truths of existence. This depth of spiritual awareness is both a blessing and a challenge. It sets the chosen ones apart from the crowd, often leading to misunderstandings from those who don't share the same level of insight. However, it is also the very thing that makes them uniquely equipped to fulfill their divine mission. The chosen ones must learn to embrace this gift, even when it leads to feelings of isolation or misunderstanding. Their awareness is a key part of their journey, one that will guide them toward the fulfillment of their purpose. While spiritual awareness is a central reason for the misunderstandings the chosen ones face, another significant factor is the isolation that often accompanies their journey. This isolation, whether physical, emotional, or spiritual, creates a unique set of challenges that further deepens the disconnect between the chosen ones and the people around them. Isolation is a recurring theme in the life of a chosen one. Whether it manifests as physical distance from others, emotional disconnection, or spiritual solitude, the journey toward fulfilling a divine purpose often requires periods of separation. This isolation is not always voluntary. It can come as a result of the chosen one's unique calling, their deep spiritual awareness, or the simple fact that they walk a path that few others understand. While this isolation can feel lonely, it serves a critical purpose in the growth and development of the chosen ones, allowing them the space to connect more deeply with their mission and the divine guidance that leads them. Isolation is often felt in the early stages of the journey. The chosen ones may begin to notice that they no longer fit in with the groups or circles they once belonged to. The conversations, interests, and priorities of those around them may feel shallow or disconnected from the deeper truths they are seeking. This realization can be jarring, as it forces the chosen ones to confront the fact that their path is different. The relationships that once provided comfort and connection may no longer feel aligned with the direction they are being called to, leaving them feeling isolated and misunderstood. This sense of isolation is further deepened by the spiritual nature of their journey. The chosen ones are often called to spend time in reflection, meditation, or prayer, seeking answers and guidance from the divine. This time of solitude is essential for their spiritual growth, but it can also lead to feelings of loneliness. While others are busy with the distractions of daily life, the chosen ones are drawn inward, exploring the depths of their soul and seeking to understand their purpose on a deeper level. This inward journey can be isolating, as few people around them can relate to the intensity of their spiritual experiences. In many cases, the chosen ones may find that their isolation is a form of divine protection. As they grow in their awareness and purpose, they become more sensitive to the energies and intentions of those around them. This sensitivity requires them to be cautious about who they allow into their inner circle. The chosen ones may feel a natural inclination to distance themselves from relationships or environments that no longer serve their highest good. This separation is not a reflection of arrogance or superiority, but rather a necessary step in preserving their energy and staying aligned with their divine calling. While this can be difficult, it ultimately serves to protect their spiritual well-being. Isolation can also come in the form of being misunderstood by friends and family. The chosen ones may find that the people closest to them have difficulty grasping the depth of their journey. Well-meaning loved ones may offer advice or opinions that are out of sync with the chosen one's spiritual path, leading to feelings of frustration or alienation. This lack of understanding can create emotional distance, as the chosen ones may feel that they cannot fully express themselves or share their experiences with those around them. The isolation they feel in these relationships can be painful, but it also highlights the importance of finding connection with those who resonate with their spiritual journey. Even in romantic relationships, isolation can be a challenge. The chosen ones are often called to higher levels of spiritual growth, which can create a disconnect with partners who are not on the same path. This misalignment can lead to misunderstandings, conflict, or a sense of emotional distance. While the chosen ones may deeply love their partners, they may feel a pull towards solitude or reflection that their partners do not understand. This can be especially difficult if their partner does not share the same spiritual beliefs or values. Navigating this dynamic requires patience and understanding, but it can also be a source of deep inner growth for the chosen ones. Another reason for this isolation is the weight of the responsibility that the chosen ones carry. Their divine calling often requires them to make sacrifices, to walk away from situations or relationships that are no longer aligned with their purpose. This can create a sense of isolation, as the chosen ones may feel that they are walking a path alone, without the support or companionship of others. While the world around them is focused on material success or external validation, the chosen ones are more concerned with fulfilling their spiritual mission, even if it means standing apart from the crowd. Despite the loneliness that comes with isolation, there is also a profound strength that emerges from these periods of solitude. The chosen ones learn to rely on their inner guidance, developing a deep sense of self-awareness and resilience. They come to understand that their path is unique and that the isolation they experience is part of the process of becoming who they are meant to be. This inner strength allows the chosen ones to continue moving forward, even when it feels as though no one else understands their journey. In their solitude, they discover the power of their own connection with the divine. Isolation can also be a time of preparation. The chosen ones are often called to great things, and the periods of solitude they experience are necessary for refining their gifts, deepening their spiritual connection, and gaining the clarity needed for the next phase of their journey. This time alone allows them to shed the distractions and influences of the outside world, focusing solely on their mission. It is during these periods of isolation that the chosen ones receive divine downloads, guidance, and inspiration that will shape the course of their lives. While isolation can feel like a heavy burden, it is also a sacred space where the chosen ones can connect with their higher selves and the divine forces guiding them. It is in this solitude that they are reminded of their true power and purpose, and where they gain the strength to continue their journey, even when it feels lonely. The chosen ones are not meant to blend in with the world. They are meant to stand apart, to be a beacon of light in a world that often misunderstands them. Though isolation is a significant aspect of the chosen one's journey, it is not the only challenge they face. Another profound reason for their misunderstanding comes from the unseen battles and struggles they endure. These battles, often spiritual in nature, are invisible to the outside world but play a major role in shaping the chosen one's strength and purpose. One of the most common experiences of a chosen one is the overwhelming feeling of being out of place in the world. From a young age, many chosen ones recognize that they see life differently than those around them. The values, goals, and priorities that seem to drive society can feel foreign, leaving them with a sense of being disconnected from the larger world. This feeling of not belonging can be deeply unsettling at times, but it is also a natural consequence of walking a divinely ordained path. The chosen ones are not meant to conform to the expectations of the world. They are meant to challenge and transform it. This sense of being out of place often stems from the chosen one's internal alignment with a higher purpose. While others may be focused on material success, social status, or personal ambition, the chosen ones are driven by a desire to fulfill their spiritual mission. This divergence in priorities can create a disconnect between them and the people around them. They may struggle to relate to conversations about career achievements or the pursuit of wealth because their focus is on something much more profound, their soul's purpose. This focus on the spiritual over the material can make them feel like outsiders, even in familiar settings. The chosen ones are also more likely to question the status quo. They are not content to simply accept the way things are. They seek to understand the deeper truths that underpin reality. This questioning nature can lead to feelings of alienation, as they often challenge the societal norms and structures that others take for granted. While most people may be satisfied with following the path laid out for them, the chosen ones are driven by a need to forge their own way, even if it means going against the grain. This rebellious spirit, born out of a deep spiritual awareness, can make them feel isolated in a world that values conformity over individuality. In social settings, the chosen ones may often find themselves feeling like they don't quite fit in. Whether at work, family gatherings, or casual events, they may sense that their thoughts and interests are vastly different from those of the people around them. While others may be focused on small talk or surface-level interactions, the chosen ones are drawn to deeper conversations, ones that explore the meaning of life, the nature of existence, or the mysteries of the universe. This yearning for depth can leave them feeling out of sync with the fast-paced, material-focused world, where many seem content to stay at the surface. This feeling of being out of place is not limited to social settings. It can extend to the very way the chosen ones interact with the world at large. The systems, institutions, and structures that make up modern society often feel limiting or even oppressive to them. They may feel a strong sense of discomfort with the way the world operates, whether it's the economic system, the education system, or the societal expectations placed on individuals. The chosen ones are often ahead of their time, seeing possibilities and visions for the future that others cannot yet grasp. This forward-thinking perspective can lead to frustration, as they may feel like the world around them is moving too slowly or in the wrong direction entirely. Another reason the chosen ones feel out of place is their deep sensitivity to the energies around them. They are highly intuitive, often picking up on the unspoken emotions, intentions, and energies of those they interact with. In environments where negativity, competition, or superficiality are prevalent, the chosen ones may feel uncomfortable or overwhelmed. This energetic sensitivity can make it difficult for them to thrive in environments that are not aligned with their higher purpose. They may find themselves withdrawing from certain social settings or work environments in order to protect their energy and maintain their spiritual balance. In addition to their sensitivity, the chosen ones are often on a different timeline than those around them. While others may be focused on achieving certain milestones, like getting married, buying a house, or climbing the corporate ladder, the chosen ones may find that their journey doesn't follow the same linear path. Their lives are often marked by periods of rapid growth, followed by times of reflection or solitude. This non-linear progression can make them feel disconnected from their peers, who may not understand why the chosen ones aren't following the same societal milestones. But this divergence is not a sign of failure. It is a reflection of the unique timing and purpose that the chosen ones are destined to fulfill. The feeling of being out of place can also extend to the chosen one's relationship with technology and modern conveniences. While many people are quick to embrace the latest trends, gadgets, or technological advancements, the chosen ones may feel a sense of discomfort or unease with the constant push for progress. They often long for a simpler, more connected way of living, one that is more in tune with nature, spirituality, and the rhythms of the earth. This longing for simplicity can make them feel like they don't belong in a world that is increasingly driven by speed, technology, and consumerism. Despite these feelings of being out of place, the Chosen Ones are not meant to retreat from the world. Their mission requires them to engage with it, to bring light, truth, and transformation to the places that need it most. The Chosen One's sense of being different is not a curse, it is a gift. It is precisely because they see the world through a different lens that they are able to bring about the change that is needed. Their discomfort with the way things are is a sign that they are here to create something new, to challenge the systems and structures that no longer serve humanity, and to pave the way for a new way of being. This feeling of being out of place is something that the Chosen Ones must learn to embrace. It is a reflection of their unique perspective and their divine purpose. While it can be difficult to navigate a world that doesn't always understand or appreciate their gifts, the Chosen Ones must remember that they are here for a reason. Their sense of not fitting in is a sign that they are meant to stand out, to be a beacon of light in a world that often feels dark. While this chapter has explored the Chosen One's sense of being out of place, there is another layer to their journey that further deepens this feeling of being misunderstood: the unseen battles and struggles they face. These challenges, often spiritual in nature, are invisible to the outside world, but play a major role in shaping the Chosen One's path and purpose. The life of a Chosen One is often marked by battles that few can see or understand. While many of the struggles they endure are physical, emotional, or mental, a significant portion of their challenges exist on a spiritual level. These unseen battles are not easily explained or understood by those around them, which can lead to feelings of isolation and frustration. These struggles, however, are an integral part of their journey, shaping their resilience, strengthening their faith, and preparing them for the higher calling that lies ahead. The unseen battles that Chosen Ones face are often spiritual in nature. As individuals set apart for a divine purpose, they are frequently targeted by spiritual opposition. This opposition can take many forms, from sudden bouts of doubt and fear to overwhelming feelings of despair or confusion. The Chosen Ones may find themselves grappling with an inner conflict that seems to have no clear source, a heaviness that weighs on their spirit and makes it difficult to move forward. These spiritual attacks are designed to throw them off course, to prevent them from stepping fully into their purpose, but they are also a sign that the Chosen Ones are on the right path. One of the most challenging aspects of these unseen battles is that they often occur in silence. The Chosen Ones may be surrounded by friends, family, or colleagues, but no one is aware of the internal struggle they are facing. This can make the battle feel even more isolating, as it seems like no one else can understand or relate to what they are going through. The Chosen Ones may find it difficult to explain their experiences to others, as these struggles are not easily visible or tangible. This lack of understanding can lead to further feelings of alienation as they navigate these battles on their own. Another common element of the unseen battles is the presence of self-doubt. The Chosen Ones may frequently find themselves questioning their path, their purpose, and even their worth. This doubt can arise seemingly out of nowhere, fueled by spiritual resistance that seeks to undermine their confidence. These doubts are often amplified by the external pressures they face, as society's expectations may clash with the spiritual direction they are being called to follow. The Chosen Ones must learn to recognize these doubts as part of the battle and trust in their inner knowing, even when the path ahead seems uncertain. In addition to self-doubt, the Chosen Ones may also experience spiritual fatigue. The constant push and pull of their journey, combined with the opposition they face, can leave them feeling drained and exhausted. This fatigue is not just physical. It is a deep spiritual weariness that can make it difficult for them to continue moving forward. The Chosen Ones may feel as though they are carrying an invisible burden, one that no one else can see or understand. This burden, while heavy, is also a testament to the strength and resilience they possess. It is through these moments of spiritual fatigue that the Chosen Ones learn the importance of rest, reflection, and reconnecting with their source of strength. These spiritual battles are not just internal. They can also manifest in the Chosen Ones' external lives. They may encounter obstacles in their relationships, careers, or personal growth that seem to come out of nowhere. These challenges can feel overwhelming, as they are often unexpected and difficult to navigate. The chosen ones may find that just when they are on the brink of a breakthrough, something happens to set them back or derail their progress. This pattern of opposition can be frustrating, but it is also a sign that the chosen ones are on the verge of something significant. The greater the resistance, the closer they are to fulfilling their purpose. The unseen battles the chosen ones face also involve the need for constant spiritual discernment. They must navigate a world filled with distractions, temptations, and forces that seek to pull them off their path. The chosen ones are often faced with choices that test their commitment to their purpose, requiring them to discern what is aligned with their higher calling and what is not. This discernment is not always easy, as the forces working against them are often subtle and deceptive. The chosen ones must rely on their intuition, prayer, and connection to the divine to guide them through these challenges. Another layer of these unseen battles is the chosen one's responsibility to help others, even when they are struggling themselves. They are often called to be healers, guides, or leaders for those around them, which can feel like a heavy burden when they are fighting their own battles. The chosen ones must learn to balance their role as a source of strength for others with their need to care for themselves. This balance is difficult to achieve, but it is essential for their long-term well-being. They must recognize that their ability to help others is directly tied to their own spiritual health, and that taking time to heal and recharge is not a sign of weakness, but a necessary part of their journey. Despite the challenges of these unseen battles, they are also a source of growth and transformation. Every struggle the chosen ones face, whether internal or external, is an opportunity for them to strengthen their faith, develop their resilience, and deepen their connection to the divine. These battles, while difficult, are not without purpose. They are preparing the chosen ones for the greater mission ahead, teaching them the skills and qualities they will need to fulfill their divine calling. The strength they gain from these battles is what will allow them to carry out their purpose with wisdom, courage, and grace. The unseen battles of the chosen ones are often misunderstood by those around them, who may not be aware of the depth of the struggle they are facing. But these battles are a vital part of their journey, shaping them into the individuals they are meant to be. While the external world may not see or understand what they are going through, the chosen ones know that every battle has a purpose. They are being prepared for something greater, and these struggles are an essential part of that preparation. While these unseen battles can be overwhelming, the strength and resilience that the chosen ones develop through these challenges often lead to another form of misunderstanding. Their strength, particularly when displayed during difficult times, can be misinterpreted by those around them. This misunderstanding of their strength and resolve often creates a new layer of complexity in how the chosen ones are perceived by others. The strength of a chosen one is often both a source of inspiration and a cause for misunderstanding. While their resilience and ability to persevere through life's greatest challenges are remarkable, this strength can sometimes be misinterpreted by others. Those who witness the chosen one's determination, composure, and ability to rise above adversity may see them as distant or detached, as if their strength somehow separates them from the emotions and struggles that others experience. In reality, the strength that chosen ones display is a result of their deep internal battles, emotional resilience, and spiritual fortitude, qualities that have been refined through personal trials. This misunderstanding often stems from the fact that many people equate vulnerability with openness. When someone displays their emotions openly, they are often perceived as being more relatable or authentic. However, the chosen ones, while deeply in tune with their emotions, have learned how to process their pain and struggles in private. Their strength comes not from an avoidance of vulnerability, but from a deep understanding of it. They know their limits, they know their triggers, and they know how to protect their energy. As a result, they may choose not to outwardly display their emotional struggles, which can lead others to mistakenly view them as emotionally distant. The ability of the chosen ones to remain composed in difficult situations can also be seen as aloofness. In moments of crisis or emotional upheaval, many people expect a visible display of stress or anxiety. However, the chosen ones have often trained themselves to remain calm and centered in the face of adversity. This ability is a result of their connection to the divine and their understanding that every challenge has a deeper purpose. Their calm exterior is not a sign that they are unaffected by the difficulties around them, but rather an indication of their trust in a higher plan. Unfortunately, this composure can be misread by others as indifference. In relationships, this misunderstanding can become even more pronounced. The chosen ones often carry a great deal of responsibility, not just for themselves but for others as well. They may be seen as pillars of strength, the ones who others turn to for guidance, support, or comfort. However, this role can sometimes create a perception that they are unapproachable or self-sufficient to the point of not needing others. Friends, family, or partners may feel as though the chosen ones are distant or that they do not rely on anyone for support. But the truth is, the chosen ones are often balancing a great deal internally, and their strength is not a rejection of others, but a means of protecting their own energy and boundaries. The chosen ones also tend to have a deep sense of responsibility for their own spiritual and emotional well-being. They understand that they must take care of themselves in order to fulfill their purpose, and this often requires them to withdraw from situations or people that drain their energy. This withdrawal, though necessary for their spiritual health, can be interpreted by others as emotional distancing. Friends or loved ones may not understand why the chosen ones need periods of solitude or why they sometimes seem less available. This self-preservation, however, is vital to their ability to continue on their path and fulfill their mission. Another aspect of this misinterpretation is the chosen ones' focus on their higher calling. They are driven by a sense of purpose that often goes beyond the concerns of day-to-day life. While others may be focused on immediate pleasures or social validation, the chosen ones are more concerned with long-term spiritual growth and alignment with their divine purpose. This focus can sometimes make them appear distant or uninterested in the trivial matters that consume the attention of those around them. Their eyes are set on a bigger picture, and while this can be inspiring, it can also create a disconnect with people who do not share the same level of focus or awareness. In addition to this, the chosen one's strength in the face of adversity can lead others to project unrealistic expectations onto them. Because they are often seen as resilient and capable, people may assume that they do not need help, support, or comfort. The chosen ones can find themselves in situations where they are constantly giving to others but rarely receiving the same level of care in return. This imbalance can lead to emotional exhaustion, but the chosen ones may continue to bear the burden in silence, further perpetuating the misconception that they do not need emotional support. Their strength becomes both a shield and a barrier, protecting them but also isolating them from the empathy and understanding they need. At times, the chosen ones may even struggle with their own strength. They may feel the weight of the expectations placed on them, both by others and by themselves. This internal pressure can create a sense of isolation, as they may feel that they cannot show weakness or ask for help without disappointing those who rely on them. This can be particularly challenging because the chosen ones are often deeply empathetic, and they do not want to burden others with their own struggles. As a result, they may carry their pain in silence, leading others to believe that they are unaffected by life's difficulties. This misinterpretation of their strength can also impact the chosen one's personal growth. Because they are often seen as strong and capable, they may not always receive the encouragement or support they need to grow and evolve. Others may assume that they have everything figured out, not realizing that the chosen ones are still on their own journey of learning and self-discovery. This lack of external validation can be difficult, but it also teaches the chosen ones to rely on their inner strength and connection to the divine for guidance and support. Despite the challenges that come with being misunderstood, the chosen ones remain steadfast in their purpose. They understand that their strength is both a gift and a responsibility, and they continue to cultivate it with intention. While others may misinterpret their strength as distance, the chosen ones know that their ability to remain resilient in the face of adversity is what allows them to fulfill their divine mission. They are not immune to pain or struggle, but they have learned how to navigate these experiences with grace and trust in the divine plan. While their strength can be misinterpreted, it is their transformative power that often leaves others feeling confused or unsure. The chosen one's journey is one of constant evolution. and their growth can sometimes cause discomfort for those who are not prepared for the shifts that occur in their presence. The journey of a chosen one is marked by profound transformation, both internally and externally. As they navigate their path, the chosen ones undergo continuous cycles of growth, shedding old layers and stepping into new levels of awareness. This transformation is essential for their spiritual evolution, but it is also one of the primary reasons why they are often misunderstood by others. The rapid pace at which they change, coupled with the deep shifts in their perspective, can be unsettling for those who are not undergoing the same process. This confusion from others is a natural response to the intensity of the chosen one's transformation. The transformative power of the chosen one's journey often manifests in significant shifts in their personality, values, and even their outward behavior. They may go through phases of intense introspection, followed by periods of outward action, where they feel called to make major changes in their lives. These shifts can be disorienting for those around them, who may have grown accustomed to the way the chosen ones used to be. Friends, family, or co-workers may find it difficult to keep up with the chosen one's changes, often wondering why they no longer act, think, or speak in the same way as before. One of the reasons the transformation of the chosen ones confuses others is that their changes are often driven by internal revelations that are not easily explained. These revelations come from their deep connection to the spiritual realm, guiding them to let go of old beliefs, behaviors, and attachments that no longer serve their higher purpose. From the outside, these changes may seem sudden or irrational, but for the chosen ones, they are necessary steps on their path of spiritual growth. The disconnect between the internal experiences of the chosen ones and the external perceptions of others is what often leads to misunderstandings. The chosen one's transformation is also characterized by a continual process of self-discovery. They are constantly learning more about themselves, uncovering hidden strengths, talents, and aspects of their purpose. As they do so, they may change their goals, shift their focus, or take on new roles that align with their evolving sense of self. This fluidity can be difficult for others to comprehend, especially in a world that values stability and consistency. People may struggle to understand why the chosen ones seem to be reinventing themselves over and over again, not realizing that this is a natural part of their journey towards self-realization. Another reason the chosen one's transformation confuses others is because it often requires them to break away from societal norms and expectations. As they grow spiritually, they become more attuned to their higher purpose, which may not align with the conventional path that society prescribes. They may choose to leave behind traditional careers, relationships, or lifestyles in favor of something more aligned with their spiritual calling. These decisions can be met with confusion, judgment, or even resistance from others who may not understand why the chosen ones are rejecting what seems to be a stable or successful life. The transformative power of the chosen ones also extends to their energy and presence. As they evolve, their vibrational frequency shifts, and this can have a noticeable impact on the people around them. The chosen ones often radiate a sense of calm, wisdom, and strength that others are drawn to, but this energy can also create discomfort for those who are not prepared for it. The chosen one's presence can act as a mirror, reflecting back the unresolved emotions, fears, or insecurities of those around them. This can lead to confusion or even resentment, as people may feel challenged or unsettled by the chosen one's energy without fully understanding why. The confusion surrounding the chosen one's transformation is further compounded by the fact that they often undergo multiple cycles of growth. Just when others believe they have figured them out, the chosen ones may experience another shift, stepping into a new phase of their journey. This constant evolution can be disorienting for those who are used to more predictable patterns of behavior. Friends and loved ones may feel as though they are losing touch with the chosen ones, not realizing that the changes they are witnessing are necessary for their spiritual development. At the core of this confusion is the fact that the chosen one's transformation is deeply personal and often difficult to articulate. They may struggle to put their experiences into words, as much of what they go through is felt on a soul level, beyond the grasp of language. The chosen ones are often immersed in an inner world of spiritual exploration, and this can create a disconnect between their inner experiences and the external world. This inability to fully communicate their journey can lead to further misunderstandings, as those around them may assume that the chosen ones are distancing themselves or becoming aloof. Despite the confusion that their transformation creates, the chosen ones must remain committed to their growth. They understand that their journey is not meant to be understood by everyone, and that their path is unique. While it can be challenging to navigate the misunderstandings and confusion of others, the chosen ones know that they are evolving for a higher purpose. Their transformation is not just for themselves, it is for the benefit of the world. Every shift they experience brings them closer to fulfilling their divine mission, and even though others may not always comprehend their journey, the chosen ones trust in the process. The transformative power of the chosen ones also serves as an invitation for those around them to grow. While their changes may initially create confusion or discomfort, they can also inspire others to reflect on their own lives and consider their own paths of growth. The chosen ones are often catalysts for change, not only in their own lives, but in the lives of those they encounter. Their willingness to embrace transformation, despite the confusion it causes, encourages others to do the same, to step out of their comfort zones and to explore their own potential for growth and evolution. While transformation is a key part of the chosen one's journey, it is not the only reason they are misunderstood. Another significant factor is the impact that their spiritual growth has on their relationships. The chosen ones often find that as they grow, their connections with others are affected, leading to shifts in their personal dynamics that can be difficult to navigate. The spiritual growth of a chosen one can have a profound impact on their relationships. As they evolve and align more deeply with their divine purpose, their connections with others often shift in ways that can lead to confusion or misunderstanding. Relationships that were once stable may begin to feel strained, while new relationships may form unexpectedly. This process is a natural part of the chosen one's journey, but it can also create tension and distance between them and those they care about. The more they grow spiritually, the more they may find themselves out of sync with those who are not on the same path. One of the main reasons spiritual growth creates misunderstanding in relationships is the difference in priorities that arises. The chosen ones, driven by a desire for deeper meaning and connection with the divine, may no longer be interested in the same activities or conversations that once bonded them with others. Friends or family members who are focused on material success, social status, or external achievements may struggle to relate to the chosen ones, who now place greater importance on inner growth, self-awareness, and spiritual fulfillment. This divergence can lead to feelings of disconnection, as both sides feel that the other no longer understands their perspective. As the chosen ones progress on their spiritual path, they also become more aware of the energy dynamics within their relationships. They begin to notice how certain interactions either uplift or drain their energy, and this awareness may prompt them to reassess their connections. Relationships that are built on codependency, negativity, or unbalanced give and take can become more apparent, and the chosen ones may feel called to distance themselves from these dynamics. This decision, while necessary for their well-being, can be met with resistance or confusion from others who do not understand why the chosen ones are pulling away. In romantic relationships, this spiritual growth can be particularly challenging. The chosen ones may find that as they grow, their partner may not be evolving at the same pace or in the same direction. This misalignment can lead to tension, as one partner may feel left behind or disconnected from the chosen one's journey. The chosen ones, in turn, may feel torn between their commitment to the relationship and their need to continue evolving spiritually. This internal conflict can create a sense of distance, even in relationships that were once close and harmonious. In some cases, the chosen one's growth may trigger feelings of insecurity or inadequacy in their partners or loved ones. As the chosen ones become more attuned to their purpose, their confidence and sense of self often increase. This shift can unintentionally cause others to feel threatened, as they may fear losing their place in the chosen one's life. These insecurities can lead to misunderstandings, jealousy, or resentment, further straining the relationship. The chosen ones may find themselves in the difficult position of trying to reassure their loved ones while also staying true to their spiritual path. Another factor that contributes to misunderstanding in relationships is the chosen one's need for solitude and reflection. As they grow spiritually, they often require more time alone to process their experiences, connect with their inner guidance, and recharge their energy. This need for solitude can be misinterpreted by others as withdrawal or disinterest in the relationship. Friends, family, or partners may feel neglected or rejected, not realizing that the chosen ones are simply honoring their need for introspection and self-care. This misunderstanding can create emotional distance, even when the chosen ones are deeply invested in the relationship. The chosen ones may also find that their spiritual beliefs and practices become a point of contention in their relationships. As they deepen their connection with the divine, they may adopt new rituals, perspectives, or lifestyles that are unfamiliar to those around them. Whether it's meditation, prayer, energy healing, or a commitment to spiritual practices, these changes can be met with skepticism or even judgment from others who do not share the same beliefs. This lack of understanding can create friction in relationships, as the chosen ones may feel unsupported in their spiritual journey, while their loved ones may feel confused or excluded from this aspect of their life. Another layer of complexity arises when the chosen ones begin to see through the illusions of the world, recognizing the deeper spiritual truths that others may not be ready to accept. They may start to question societal norms, challenge old belief systems, or embrace a way of life that is more aligned with their spiritual awareness. This shift in perspective can be unsettling for those around them, especially if it calls into question long-held beliefs or practices. The chosen ones may find themselves at odds with friends or family members who are not ready to let go of these old paradigms, leading to misunderstandings and conflict. The transformation that the chosen ones undergo can also inspire those around them, though this inspiration is not always immediate. In some cases, the chosen one's growth serves as a mirror for others, reflecting back their own potential for growth and change. While this can eventually lead to positive shifts in relationships, it can initially create discomfort, as people may resist the idea of changing their own lives. The chosen ones must remain patient during this process, understanding that not everyone is ready to embrace the same level of transformation at the same time. Despite the misunderstandings that arise from their spiritual growth, the chosen ones must remember that these shifts are an essential part of their journey. While some relationships may fade or change, others will deepen and strengthen as the chosen ones align with people who resonate with their evolving energy. The chosen ones are often called to form new connections with individuals who support and understand their spiritual mission. These soul-aligned relationships provide the encouragement, love, and understanding that the chosen ones need as they continue to grow and fulfill their purpose. Though spiritual growth can lead to misunderstandings, it is also a necessary step in the chosen one's journey. As they grow, they not only evolve individually, but also influence the people around them, even when that influence is not immediately recognized. While relationships may change, their spiritual path will always guide them toward the connections and support they need to thrive. However, there is a deeper layer to the misunderstanding of chosen ones, which stems from the discomfort their divine calling can cause in others. Their purpose often shines a light on truths that people may not be ready to face, and this can lead to discomfort, resistance, and even fear. The divine calling of a chosen one is a powerful force that often creates discomfort in those who are not on the same spiritual path. This discomfort is not always rooted in malice or ill intent, but rather in the unease that arises when people are confronted with the unknown or the unfamiliar. The chosen ones, driven by their higher purpose and connection to the divine, often carry an energy that challenges the status quo. This energy can be unsettling to others, especially when it forces them to confront parts of themselves or their lives that they have avoided. One of the reasons their calling makes others uncomfortable is the way it highlights the spiritual aspects of life that many people prefer to ignore. While the chosen ones are focused on spiritual growth, inner transformation, and fulfilling a divine mission, others may be more grounded in the material world. This divergence can create tension, as the chosen one's very presence can act as a reminder of the deeper, unseen forces at play in life. For those who are not ready to explore these aspects, the Chosen One's dedication to their calling can feel threatening, as it challenges their beliefs and perceptions. The Chosen Ones often embody a level of authenticity that others may find intimidating. Their commitment to living in alignment with their truth and purpose stands in stark contrast to the facades and masks that many people wear in order to fit in or gain acceptance. This authenticity can be uncomfortable for those who are not ready to confront their own lack of alignment. The Chosen One's willingness to live according to their spiritual values, even when it goes against societal expectations, forces others to reflect on their own choices and whether they are living in accordance with their true selves. Another reason the Chosen One's divine calling causes discomfort is their ability to see beyond the surface of things. They have a heightened awareness of the energies, emotions, and motivations of those around them. This ability to perceive the truth even when it is hidden can make people uneasy, especially if they are not ready to face their own inner struggles or unhealed wounds. The Chosen One's intuition allows them to cut through the illusions that people often hide behind, and this can create a sense of vulnerability for those who are not accustomed to being seen so clearly. This discomfort is often exacerbated when the Chosen Ones speak their truth or share their insights. While their words are meant to inspire, guide, or heal, they can also trigger defensive reactions from those who are not prepared to hear the deeper truths that the Chosen Ones reveal. The truth, when spoken with clarity and conviction, can be a powerful force, but it is not always welcomed. People who are comfortable in their current state may resist the Chosen One's message, feeling threatened by the possibility of change or the need for self-reflection. The Chosen Ones may be met with skepticism, criticism, or even hostility as a result. The Chosen One's sense of purpose also sets them apart in ways that can create discomfort in their relationships. While others may be focused on achieving personal success, accumulating wealth, or seeking external validation, the Chosen Ones are more concerned with fulfilling their spiritual mission. This divergence in priorities can create a sense of unease for those who do not share the same focus. People may feel confused or unsettled by the Chosen One's choices, especially when those choices seem to defy conventional wisdom or societal norms. The Chosen One's unwavering dedication to their purpose can make others question their own path, leading to feelings of inadequacy or doubt. Their calling also disrupts the comfort of complacency. Many people go through life seeking stability, routine, and predictability. They are content with maintaining the status quo, even if it means avoiding growth or deeper self-awareness. The Chosen Ones, however, are constantly evolving, pushing the boundaries of their own limitations and seeking higher levels of consciousness. This drive for continual growth can be unsettling to those who prefer to remain in their comfort zones. The Chosen One's presence acts as a catalyst for change, often stirring up the inner restlessness in others, even when they are not directly encouraging them to change. The Chosen Ones are also seen as disruptors of conventional systems and structures. Whether it's the workplace, family dynamics, or societal expectations, they tend to challenge the way things have always been done. Their ability to think outside the box and question the status quo makes them natural leaders and visionaries, but it can also make them a target for resistance. People who are invested in maintaining the existing order may feel threatened by the Chosen One's ideas and actions, fearing that their influence will bring about unwanted change. This resistance can manifest as criticism, dismissal, or even attempts to undermine the Chosen One's credibility. The divine calling of the Chosen Ones also makes others uncomfortable because it often involves stepping into roles of leadership, guidance, or influence. Whether consciously or not, the Chosen Ones are often called to serve as examples for others, showing what is possible when one lives in alignment with their spiritual purpose. This role can create feelings of jealousy or resentment in those who wish to have the same sense of purpose but have not yet discovered their own path. The Chosen One's success, not in material terms but in spiritual fulfillment, can trigger envy in those who feel disconnected from their own sense of meaning. The discomfort others feel around the Chosen Ones is often a reflection of their own inner struggles. The Chosen Ones, through their journey and presence, mirror back the parts of others that need healing, growth, or change. This is not done intentionally, but it is an inevitable result of the chosen ones living authentically in alignment with their purpose. For many, this reflection can be difficult to face, leading to avoidance, projection, or even blame. The chosen ones may find themselves being blamed for making others feel uncomfortable, even though it is the others' resistance to growth that is causing their discomfort. Despite the discomfort their calling may create in others, the chosen ones must remain true to their path. Their purpose is not to make others feel comfortable, but to bring about transformation, both within themselves and in the world around them. They are here to challenge the status quo, to inspire growth, and to lead by example. While this journey may lead to resistance, misunderstanding, or even rejection, the chosen ones know that their calling is greater than the opinions or reactions of others. While their divine calling can make others uncomfortable, the chosen ones must also navigate their own internal challenges as they balance the responsibility of their calling with the complexities of human relationships. This balancing act is essential for maintaining their spiritual alignment while remaining connected to those they care about. The path of a chosen one is not an easy one. Throughout their journey, they face constant misunderstanding, not just from those around them, but sometimes even within themselves. The chosen ones are called to walk a different road, one that requires courage, resilience, and unwavering faith in their purpose. The misunderstanding they experience, whether it comes from friends, family, colleagues, or even strangers, is not a reflection of their worth or their mission. Instead, it is a sign that they are truly set apart for a higher calling. As they navigate this journey, chosen ones often encounter feelings of isolation. This isolation can be painful, especially when they desire to be understood by the people they love. It is natural to want connection and validation, but for chosen ones, their path requires a level of solitude that allows them to deepen their relationship with the divine. They learn to find comfort in this solitude, recognizing that it is in these quiet moments that they receive the most guidance and clarity. The chosen ones come to understand that their journey, while unique, is never truly walked alone. They are always accompanied by divine forces working on their behalf. The misunderstandings they face can also lead to moments of self-doubt. The chosen ones may question whether they are truly on the right path, especially when others criticize or reject their choices. This doubt can feel overwhelming at times, as the pressure to conform or seek approval from others weighs heavily on their hearts. But through these moments, the chosen ones are reminded of the importance of trusting their intuition. Their inner knowing, the voice of the divine within, is the compass that will always lead them in the right direction, even when external circumstances seem to suggest otherwise. Another significant challenge chosen ones face is the ever-changing nature of their relationships. As they grow spiritually, they may find that certain relationships no longer align with their evolving sense of self. Friends or loved ones who once felt like kindred spirits may no longer resonate with their new perspective. This shift can be painful, as the chosen ones must sometimes let go of relationships that no longer serve their higher purpose. However, this letting go is not an act of abandonment. It is a necessary step in making space for the relationships that truly support and nurture their spiritual growth. Even though they are often misunderstood, the chosen ones have a unique ability to inspire and uplift others. Their authenticity, resilience, and dedication to their mission naturally attract those who are ready for their own spiritual awakening. Whether through their words, actions, or simply the energy they carry, the chosen ones become beacons of light in a world that is often shrouded in darkness. They may not always see the impact they have, but their presence alone can plant seeds of transformation in those around them. The chosen one's journey is not just about their own growth. It is about helping others see their own potential and encouraging them to rise. Throughout their journey, the chosen ones must embrace the reality that they will not always be understood. This realization can be freeing, as it allows them to release the need for external validation and focus on fulfilling their divine mission. The chosen ones come to see that their calling is not dependent on whether others comprehend it. They are here to walk their path, guided by their connection to the divine, and to trust that those who are meant to understand will, in time, come to recognize the significance of their journey. The process of embracing this journey also involves recognizing that misunderstanding is often a sign of the power they carry. The more the chosen ones align with their purpose, the more their energy disrupts the status quo. This disruption, while uncomfortable for some, is exactly what is needed to create change in the world. The chosen ones must stand firm in their truth, knowing that their very presence is a catalyst for growth and transformation. Their calling is not to fit in or to make others comfortable. It is to bring forth a new way of being, one that is rooted in love, truth, and spiritual awareness. The chosen ones must also learn the art of balancing their spiritual mission with the practicalities of human relationships. While their primary focus is on fulfilling their divine purpose, they are also called to maintain meaningful connections with the people in their lives. This balance requires discernment, as the chosen ones must choose wisely who they allow into their inner circle. Not every relationship will withstand the intensity of their journey, but those that do are often forged in deep understanding, trust, and mutual respect. By the end of their journey, the chosen ones come to realize that being misunderstood is not a burden. It is a badge of honor. It signifies that they are walking a path that few are brave enough to tread. It is a reminder that their mission is far greater than the opinions or judgments of others. The chosen ones are here to fulfill a divine purpose, one that is written in the stars and etched into their very soul. Their journey is one of transformation, not just for themselves but for the world around them. As they embrace the fullness of their calling, the chosen ones understand that they are never truly alone. They are part of a greater cosmic plan, woven into the fabric of the universe's divine design. The misunderstandings, the isolation, the challenges, all of it serves a higher purpose, pushing them closer to the fulfillment of their destiny. They are reminded that the journey, though difficult, is worth every step. The chosen ones are here to rise, to stand in their truth, and to fulfill the mission they were born to carry out. In the end, the chosen ones are not defined by the misunderstandings they face, but by the strength, grace, and wisdom they embody as they continue to walk their path. They understand that the world may not always comprehend their journey, but they are guided by a higher truth. And in that truth, they find their greatest power, the power to transform themselves, others, and the world around them.